things that we are doing, he and I. We've advertised for his position. We've also advertised in case we can't find somebody who's really good for an interim. And as of this Friday, that is, we're going to have the closing for anybody submitting, and we're just hoping that we get a person of his caliber, because we desperately need it here in Lakewood. He will be sorely missed. I've only known Bob for a year personally, but by reputation, there isn't a person I don't speak to in North Jersey, South Jersey, Central Jersey that doesn't know who he is. So I just want to say publicly, he is going to be missed, and we're going to try our hardest to get someone like him.
Through the chair, I'd like to echo some of the sentiments that Ms. Micchio and the superintendent brought forth. I know I like to use proverbial descriptions over here. When Bob entered the district, the financial office had no pulse. However, when he came and turned everything over, he kept his finger constantly on the pulse. And we had a finger on our business office in more than one way. He took care of it, and the last 3 or was it 3.5 years? 4 years? 3.5 years approximately. Everything has been, as they say in our community, kosher. And despite the fact that the press and the media and other people throughout town always think that he's doing something unscrupulous, he's been the most ethical and the most professional and the best that we can possibly have, and he will be dearly, dearly missed. Actually, I don't know if it's appropriate or not. I'd like to make a motion, perhaps, I'm just bringing it forth, to see if we can do something to hold him back from going. I know it might not be his will because he wants to go to Teaneck and it's a beautiful town, but if we can do something to keep him here, I'd like to make that motion if it's possible.
Well, barring the time of up, I don't think we're going to go in that direction, but I do echo your sentiments. And all right, next recognition.
The next person will be James Waters.
Yes, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I've lived in Lakewood all my life, and kosher doesn't include the community that I live in. So when you have a discussion, open it up so include all of us, be inclusive.
I just said the way it's said.
Mr. Streicher, no interruption,
Oh,
please.
sorry, no
Yeah.
cross, I'm sorry.
I mean, no disrespect to Mr. Streicher. I just like you to be inclusive, because there's a feeling in town that you represent your community and not all of us. You know, so we don't want that.
This is one board member.
Ms. Micchio,
No cross-off, please, thank you, no cross-off.
because you don't want me coming after you.
Mr. Waters, we're not going to have threats from you as any board member.
Just make
No,
hold up. Only one person can speak at a time. And Mr. Waters, if you have statements to say, you can direct them directly towards me.
Yes.
And they will be, for the board. And please make no personal attacks on any particular.
Oh, I didn't.
No, I'm just saying going forward, but please allow Mr. Waters to speak. And other board members, you don't have to like it, but you got to listen.
I'm capable.
So, no, you may not.
Apologize.
We should speak respectfully, and we would.
Yeah, but
Why don't we let it continue?
Yes, please, Mr. Waters.
Yes. I would like to know if I can have the copy of the minutes of the last 5 closed sessions. All right, and wait till I'm finished and you can answer that. I had requested a while back the dropout rates for the past 3 years. I did put that in writing. I have yet to hear a response. It's been quite a while now. And I need to put that information. We're doing some statewide fact finding. And I listed how I want it broken down. I want to also talk about the last 3 Board of Education meetings, which I felt were very disrespectful to the public. And the fact that the last meeting you didn't have a quorum. You had parents and students here that wanted to address the board. And the students are involved in their school, and their opportunity to come here and express concerns, to me, has a great deal of value. And not affording the parents and the students that opportunity, you're not doing what you're here to serve this district on. So I felt that that showed a great deal of disrespect. The 2 meetings prior to that, you went back into closed session, and then you shut the meeting down before the public session. Now, I don't know whether this should be addressed to this board, or whether this should be addressed to the State Board of Education, or just give me some idea of how we can get this rectified so that this doesn't continue. I'd like to, with your permission, to address Mr. Finger. Mr. Finger, I am going to be sad to see you go. That stability thing is very important to this district because this district hasn't had stability in your position. Your position has been a position of a fall guy, so to speak. And it's good to see somebody that the board couldn't bully, because previous business administrators were bullied. Now, that's my opinion and my observation for a long period of time. And it's good to see you with your hands in front of you and not behind your back with the handcuffs on.
4 minutes, Mr. President.
I'm waiting for some responses.
Let me respond regarding the closed session minutes. As you know, with Cynthia Lee, we have not had the minutes being able to be typed and up to date. We are still looking for someone. I believe we actually, around, I think the next meeting will be possibly offering a job to someone. I think someone's actually expressed an interest. But as far as the closed session minutes, obviously, until the minutes are approved by the board, either the regular session or the closed session, they're not available under Oprah. Especially with closed session minutes, if there's items in those minutes that are still under either litigation,
those could be redacted, right?
Right. But until the board actually approves the minutes, we can't give those out because they're not approved yet. As far as closed session. As far as those enrollment figures, I will double check in the morning, but I remember that my secretary, when we put it all together, we got that together relatively quickly. I remember she left a message at least once or twice on your phone number, saying they're ready to pick up. But she even mentioned to me the other day, she said, gee, I called Mr. Waters, he still hasn't picked it up yet.
This phone is with me all the time.
Well, you could review that tomorrow.
But I will tell you now, they are sitting in Rosie's file cabinet.
Can I come see you tomorrow?
You come tomorrow and pick them up.
I'll come for breakfast.
Okay. Tracy Tiff?
Tracy Tiff, 1380 Pasadena Street. Good evening, everybody. I too would like to wish Mr. Finger well and whatever his future plans are. It was my pleasure as serving on the board and able to serve with Mr. Finger. I know every time I had a question or concern about something, he was right there with the answer for it. So I'd like to wish you well, Mr. Finger, and whatever your plans are. I just have a couple of issues. I know today I tried to reach out to Ms. Silva today, but one of my main concerns is I was aware as the Clark School, they had a flood today at the school, and the basement actually had to be pumped out. I need to know where we at as far as the cleanup on that. I know my daughter was telling me that they was outside for 2 or 3 hours waiting until the mess was cleaned up. I understand about the safety issues, about the basement being flooded, the electrical issues going on in the basement, and the school had to be evacuated. I as a parent, would have liked to have been notified to give me the option in order to come pick up my daughter. Instead of her having to sit outside for 2 hours. And she said she had fun playing games, whatever they're doing, but at least give the parents the option of having to come pick up their kids or something like that, whatever it can happen again. That's my first question. My second question is where are we at with the guidance director? I know that at a couple of meetings it wasn't ever brought up. Are we in the process of hiring a new director, or what's the status on that? Number 3 is page 3 on the agenda, letter Y. I was looking at for the Durham Bus Company, where it says that there was a typographical error on the amount of money. And it seems, if my math is right, around $17,000 difference in the amount that was wrong. When the bus company, or it may have been the board's mistake, I'm not really sure, that kind of error, that's a lot of money. Maybe it was a rerouting area. I'm not really sure how that is broken down, but maybe someone can explain that to me. I would appreciate it. And also page 8, number 12, the Saturday school issue at the middle school, I believe, but twice a month. What exactly